After quite some time, today I'm gonna review the Smackdown of this week. I will also just point out before I start, I'm not gonna react to every segment. I will only react to segments that I feel like reacting to. So that's just how it is. So now let's begin. The show starts with Cody Rhodes coming out. He says that he's medically cleared after fighting Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I didn't even realize that this guy wasn't supposed to be medically cleared till now. Then he's like, oh well, what's next for me? It's not gonna be Randy Orton, the guy who fucking gave him a punt kick at WrestleMania after the match. It's not gonna be him because that'll just be common sense, right? So it's gonna be somebody else. Ricky Sainz comes out and he's like, oh man, do you feel the revolution? Do you feel the change in the air? And I'm like, no, nobody feels anything, man. And this guy's clearly trying too hard, man. Like, he's trying hard to be charismatic. You see this quite a lot nowadays with people like Ricky Sainz, and there are other people of this nature as well. They think that charisma means to scream loudly. Ricky Sainz does exactly this. He screams. He doesn't scream, sorry. He just talks at a louder pitch than what he normally does. And it just comes off as insecure, in my opinion. Anyway, Cody Rhodes and Ricky Sainz, they have some back and forth of words, and then they're like, oh, well, we'll fight each other later today. Then we had JC Jane versus Charlotte Flair. A lot of interferences happened in this match, and there is this thing I want to talk about, man. Like, every wrestler in the women's division does this. Every time they want to kind of startle somebody by their appearance, they just do this sarcastic wave as if to say hi. Literally every wrestler does it. Alexa Bliss did it in this match. There was a moment where JC Jane was thrown out of the ring and she didn't realize that Alexa was standing right behind her. So she turns around and gets startled, and Alexa Bliss just does like a high wave in a sarcastic way. And she does that like a bunch of times. Everybody does it, man. AJ Lee does it all the time. Liv Morgan does it. Even I think the Japanese women do it. So anyway, after a bunch of interferences, JC Jane wins the match. People think this is a big deal. It's not. It's really not. No one gives a fuck. She's not going to be as big of a deal as Charlotte Flair in the women's division. That's just not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. She won with interferences anyway. And then we have a 2-on-3 brawl afterwards. So JC Jane has two other friends, and Charlotte and Alexa are obviously trying to battle them. And because they're one person less, they're losing the brawl, right? At this point, I just thought to myself, women are brawling. The faces have one person less. You know what this means, right? You know what this means. This is my brutality starts playing. She comes out, she evens the field, and that's just that, man. And then there is like a handshake between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. No one gives a fuck. Then we have Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Fraxium. It was a very boring match in my opinion. Damian Priest is presented as a guy who's above these people in terms of ability. He's still just stuck in this division right now because he's, I guess, the tag team champion, so that's what happened. There was a moment in this match where R-Truth was getting pinned by one of the guys, and I really thought that they had him. That was a very close one, and that was one moment where I really thought that the titles are going to change hands. But aside from that, there wasn't much to this, man. Then we had Danhausen in the ring with The Miz, and The Miz is basically saying, I'm now going to be Mizhausen, and I understand the hype, and I'm going to be your new mentor. Everybody's happy. Kit Wilson comes out. The Miz plays along a little bit. Who is he gonna fucking mentor going forward? Kit Wilson or Danhausen? So every time he tries to lean forward his hand to shake Kit Wilson's hand, everybody's booing. And when he does the same with Danhausen, everybody's cheering. I don't know why people would think that Danhausen is the fucking babyface here. He's the one who was fucking breaking into other people's homes, man. He's the heel here, if you ask me. But anyway, he's the babyface because WWE said so, and he's retarded, which people like. So that's what we have. Eventually, The Miz shakes hands with Danhausen. But after that, he betrays Danhausen immediately and beats the living crap out of him. It was a matter of time, and it's a good thing that Danhausen was fucking getting beaten up today, because he deserves it in kayfabe. The match has been booked for Backlash. Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen and a mystery opponent. So you already know that eventually Danhausen will win this feud, which sucks, but that's what we have, man. Then we have Royskis. He beats the living crap out of Angel Garza. That's just that, man. Like, Royskis, in my opinion, should be doing a lot better. Something tells me that he could potentially be the mystery partner for Danhausen. You never know, man. Like, it's very much possible. Royskis is being presented like this guy who struggled a lot, which I don't like. Every time he walks out, commentators are like, oh, such a likable guy. He's been through so much. And it's like, man, just cut this bullshit. Cut this bullshit. Let the guy just be, man. It's unbelievable. Then we have Cody Rhodes and Ricky Saints. They have a match. Cody Rhodes wins. And after that, Gunther comes in and he fucking does a sleeper hold on Cody Rhodes, establishing that he's going to be the next challenger. I think the title needs to change hands. Not to say I like Gunther, but anything but Cody Rhodes at this point. He's just not good when it comes to telling stories. There was one story, which was finish the story. Aside from that, he hasn't even told any stories. Like, there are no stories that this guy has been involved in. It's just feuds. And you have to be involved in feuds. Like, if you don't do that, there is nothing left. But there are no stories, aside from the one with Roman Reigns, that this guy has been involved in. Nothing at all. And it's going to be the same with Gunther. So I'm not saying that it's going to be much better, but like, at least it's a new face, you know. It's a less bad option. That's what I mean to say. Then we have Sami Zayn. People are booing. Gingerbread Man is standing there. I don't know why the fuck this gingerbread man thing has gone on for so long, but it has. Eventually, Sami Zayn beats the living crap out of the gingerbread man. He starts beating the gingerbread man and he starts staring the fucking fluff out, and the audience is booing. Trick Williams comes in. I don't understand this, man. What is he trying to do here? Save the gingerbread man? What is this feud? What is this bullshit? This was a complete joke, in my opinion. And this feud needs to stop. Trick Williams needs to do something else now that he's the US champion. I think there is potential. He can have a good reign, in my opinion, but it needs to be other stuff, not this nonsense with Sami Zayn. Then we have a tag team match. There was a segment earlier that established this as well. The Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Tala Tonga, I think, yes. I don't even remember the names, man. But the point is this, right? Everybody who Jacob Fatu attacked last week, they're all injured now. And now we have Tala Tonga, which is the big one, and Solo Sikoa. Those are the only two Samoans that are left. So eventually they're having a match. It's fucking going on. Jacob Fatu interferes, not so surprisingly. He does the move, what's it called? The move that Haku used to do. I'm forgetting what it's called. They mention it. But the move that he did to Roman Reigns on Raw, the same one. He does the same thing to Solo Sikoa, then he does the same thing to Tala Tonga. I don't understand. Like, Tala Tonga is 3 times the size of Jacob Fatu. Then he comes inside the ring with the Usos. The Usos are prepared to fight, but Jacob Fatu just leaves. I don't know what the fuck this means. We already know that this is filler. Roman Reigns will not lose to Jacob Fatu. If he does, that's gonna be the most retarded decision of all time. It's just not gonna happen though. Like, even considering how bad the booking is, this company right now, it's not gonna happen. It will not happen. In terms of filler feud, I will have to give these guys some credit. It's not bad because they are really trying to make Jacob Fatu look like Big D, right? Like, even though we know he's gonna lose, it feels like it's a guy who is credible because of the stuff that he has been doing recently. Some credit there. The reality is just this, right? Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion and this is Smackdown, right? This is supposed to be his show, but the show is getting closed off by a match that's related to the storyline for the world title in the other brand. That's a bit weird to me. I don't know why that is happening. I understand that that is the only match that will be presented at Backlash. Cody Rhodes is obviously not gonna fight at Backlash, so even then I think it's a bit weird. The main championship of this brand is not in the main event. It's a match that's related to the other championship in the other brand. You know what I mean? So for that reason, this episode is not very good.